Hello folks, and welcome to a little bit of a different video for today. So this is going to be kind of a conversation about some video game stuff and kind of a channel update. I'll split this up into specific chapters, so if there's something you don't want to hear about and you want to get to some other parts, use the chapters on the video or the timestamps in the pinned comment if you want to skip around. So obviously lately, at least over the past few months, there's been a few times on the channel where I just had to stop making videos for a week or two at a time. It's partly for technical reasons, partly for other reasons. We'll get more into depth about that later on. And honestly, not having a video put up on the channel at least every day or every few days feels really awkward to me. Since I started making videos here, I've pretty much had regular content other than a few random breaks. And this recent break got me thinking about some of the stuff that I play when I'm not recording YouTube videos. And I just wanted to talk about some of the stuff that I play when I'm, not working on stuff for the channel. We'll get to the channel update and the status of content on the channel and all that stuff later on. So first of all, one of the things I play very regularly when I'm just chilling, not recording stuff, is Fallout 76. Yes, I still play Fallout 76. I'd taken a break from the game for a while after the last video I made about it, and when I came back, I finally got into doing the actual group stuff with the community and raids and stuff like that, which was something I hadn't really done a whole lot of previously, because obviously Fallout's always been single player, so I kind of played 76 like that. But once I started doing that, I really kind of found a whole new reason to play the game, and these community events and community raids and stuff really brought me back into it. Now, one thing you're going to see a theme of with the games that I play on my own time is that a lot of them are kind of like casual, grindy games. And the reason for that is I like to, when I'm just relaxing playing video games, I like to put up something where I don't have to completely immerse myself in it, at least most of the time. I like to put up something with a lot of grind and something kind of relaxing. And then, so I can run like a podcast or watch a TV show on the other monitors or, stuff like that. And Fallout 76 has been a great outlet for that. I still really love the game. They're still putting out content for it. I'm still waiting for them to release the damn Pit Expedition update sooner or later here. But anyways, moving on. Up next, we of course have Star Citizen. Contrary to the fact that I seem to only put out videos of this game like once every few months or month lately, I still play the game regularly. It's just such an immersive universe, and it's a really, really visually interesting and mechanically interesting game. And it also fits well into the category of something I can just kind of grind on and just chill with while I got something else going on. I do plan on going back to regular videos of Star Citizen. I'm just really working on the grind to get new stuff to cover. And I've got another video for it that I'm actually working on right now. This is some of the footage from it, covering one of the in-game events we've got going on right now. But Star Citizen, I absolutely love it. Started playing in early 2020, and I still play it all the time. Still love it. Great game to just kind of turn your mind off to and just vibe out and have some fun. Or you can get super sweaty and intense with it if you're into that kind of thing in PvP and whatnot, but that's not really my thing. And speaking of sci-fi, the other game that I play a ton of is Star Wars Battlefront 2. I haven't actually made any videos of it on the channel. I did make some videos of Battlefront 1, but that was all solo gameplay. On Battlefront 2, my favorite thing to do when I want to relax with this game is just go into the co-op mode. Reminds me of a lot of, playing like other games with bots like Battlefield or whatnot. Of course this is different, but rather than going up against a bunch of veterans in regular PvP game modes, I get to team up with 4 people and we just frag bots and just enjoy the Star Wars universe. I've spent a lot of time on Battlefront 2. Probably not a lot of time by old player standards, but I didn't really start regularly playing until maybe a year ago, so I do also like the old Battlefront games, and I'll talk more about that later when I talk about some of my other channel stuff. But I put a lot of time into this game, and the co-op modes are just really good, just casual fun, vibing with Star Wars. I know this game was really disliked when it first released, but the game is very good now, in my opinion. I still might make some videos on this game in the future. I don't really know. I'm not sure how well Star Wars really fits onto the channel. I've done some of it before, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, moving on. And next up is Battlefield 5. I know a lot of people hate this game. I know it wasn't really liked by a lot of people. I think 1 was kind of the more liked out of the newer Battlefield games. There's something about Battlefield 5 though that I really enjoy, just like Battlefield 1. I really like the gunplay and just the variety of weapons. The movement feels slick, the games look amazing. There's obviously some things about them that I'm not really a fan of. To me, Battlefield kind of peaked around Battlefield 3, and 2 if you go into the older genre, and 2142 was good too. But for a little bit more of a casual thing that I can just relax and play and not, devote every last ounce of attention to, this game fits for that. I've really enjoyed the grind on it, and when I initially bought Battlefield 1 and 5, I did not think I would like them, because I'd been so jaded since after Battlefield 4 and Hardline and stuff. Now, I gave 2042 about 30 hours of my time. Okay, I tried. I really tried. I tried to enjoy it. I fucking hate it. There's so many things about that game that just make me want to turn the game off after one round. So many people have already explained on different YouTube videos why that is, and they can probably elaborate on it better than me, but I basically feel the same. It's just not for me. I can't do it. So, as a consequence, I decided to go back to Battlefield 1 and 5 recently, and I've really been enjoying it despite all their flaws. They're still better than 2042. Okay, now moving on to some older, a little bit more niche stuff here. Up next, we have Star Wars Galaxies. That's right, Star Wars Galaxies in 2022. This is specifically on the Star Wars Galaxies Legends server. Now, I'll have you know I didn't play Star Wars Galaxies back in the day. Back around the time this game was big, I was really into EverQuest as far as MMOs go, and I'm talking about the EverQuest on PlayStation 2, by the way. I know I missed the PC one, and I got absolutely addicted to EverQuest Online Adventures with the Frontiers expansion on PS2, and I played a ton of that. Played a little bit of Warcraft, I guess, back in the day, but not really. The point is, this game, when I got back into it, when I rediscovered my love for Star Wars in recent years, and I heard about this and I got into it, I was immediately hit with a tidal wave of nostalgia, even though I did not play this game back in the day. And I proceeded to dump hundreds of hours into it, and I've absolutely loved it. It's got that classic early 2000s MMO jank, and there's just something really charming about it. I'm very, very glad that I got into the game. These revived kind of games brought back by the community, they have a real charm to them. And there's obviously not the player counts of back in the day and stuff like that, but I was able to pick up and get into it. They're still kind of complicated. I'm still getting used to it. Speaking of a long grind and old MMOs, we have Fallen Earth. I'm gonna guess that a lot of people haven't heard of this game. I started playing in, I think, 2009 or 10 or something like that, and it was a free-to-play MMO. Reminded me a lot of, like, old EverQuest or Warcraft kind of, but it was post-apocalyptic, which is definitely something I was into. So I started playing, and by the time I stopped playing in 2015, I think, I had put about 1,800 hours into it, which might not sound like a lot, but it's a lot, okay? The only other games I have that have more playtime than that for me on Steam are Arma 3 and Fallout 4, maybe 76. This was the MMO for me, and in its prime, it was such a great MMO. Really, really cool game world, really cool community, lots of places to see. It was just the one that hooked me for a really long time. I came back in 2017 and actually recorded several videos for it for the channel, which I never posted. And then in 2018, I think, the server shut down. And just a few months back, I saw that they had brought it back to Steam as Fallen Earth Classic. Now, unfortunately, they wiped every account everyone had of all their characters, so all my max level characters were gone, all my stuff was gone, and everyone had to start over. Allegedly, they're gonna maybe reinstate it in the future, and allegedly there is a sequel or remake in the works, but we'll see. But for now, we can step back in time 10 years and enjoy this game again, and there's a ton of grind to it. I don't know if it'll stick for me or not, because I kind of lost everything I'd worked on in the past, but this one really holds a special place to me because this was my jam for such a long time. So this doesn't cover like all the games I play offline. There are other ones. I've been playing a lot of Halo Master Chief Collection because I hadn't played a Halo game since like Halo 2. And then I tried Infinite, and I was like, well, I should play through the old campaigns. So MCC I've been having a lot of fun with, but that's more something I don't play as regularly. And there's other games too, but the majority of what I play that I really need to like get invested in and pay attention with, I tend to end up recording videos of it. So you can see how when I'm not doing that, not having to worry about making content, this is the kind of stuff that I play. So, alright, let's move on to a little bit of an update as to why I've been absent a few times, what's been going on, and what the plans are for the upcoming future here. So, not terribly long ago, I guess, I don't know, a month or two ago, I took a few weeks off of YouTube because I was just I was completely burnt out on constantly worrying about making videos and stuff like that, specific games for the main channel and stuff. Finally got to have some family come down and visit, and I was like, you know what, I gotta stop. I gotta step away for a while. Gotta take a few weeks off and just go enjoy the rest of life, you know, outside of my little office here, and just clear my head, all that kind of stuff. And I was also having a ton of computer problems that were just killing my will to edit videos. So in the time off, I managed to secure a new computer. That computer finally showed up a couple weeks ago, and so far it has been fantastic. I've had a few problems due to me trying to Frankenstein in a few parts that didn't really comply, and that took a little bit to figure out. And when you make videos and you have as much stuff stored, programs, custom things set up on your computer, it took me a really long time to move everything over to my new computer, so I wasn't really able to keep up with regular content as much. So then I was getting back into the groove, and then right after I posted that last video on the channel, that Far Cry video, I managed to kill my nice 1440p monitor, which was a kick in the guts. And I really didn't want to go backwards in quality and go back to 1080p recording on my second monitor or anything like that. To some people it might not be real apparent, but when you make videos and you go from uploading 1080p to 1440p, especially on certain games, you really notice a huge difference in playback quality once you put it on YouTube. The higher resolution, the cleaner the playback, no matter what resolution you're playing it on, just because of how YouTube compresses video. So, long story short, I didn't want to record anything until I got a new monitor because I didn't want to go back to 1080p. So that has now been fixed. I've now got the new monitor, but I haven't been recording, so it's going to be a little while, or at least a day or two, before I get like regular videos back on the channel. Okay, before we move on to the plans I actually have and some new ideas I have, I wanted to address a few things about a few games that have been kind of staples on the channel for a long time. First of all, Arma. Now, months back, I started this new series with Arma 3 Ravage. I was super invested in it, super hyped about it. I was having a lot of fun making it, and I actually have about half of the third episode recorded. And then after that, I can't remember exactly how it happened. I lost all my scenarios I had set up and a whole bunch of stuff I was using to make the videos. Somehow I screwed up, I don't know, moving it between a hard drive and actually not and deleting it. I can't remember what happened. I lost the stuff and it really pissed me off and really killed my will to make videos on it for a while. And Arma, me and Arma have a really weird relationship because I've been playing the Arma games since Operation Flashpoint. And I was just still, like for a while there, I was really enjoying making Arma 3 content again, and then all of a sudden, all that enthusiasm just got drained out of me. I got, like I said, I got halfway through the video and I was like, I can't do this right now. We're just gonna have to put it off. I might finish it, I might continue. I hate leaving things unfinished, but sometimes you just have to for your own sanity. So we'll see about that. Also, Arma Reforger is out now, which I really didn't expect. It looks good from what I've seen. It looks like Reforger's, you know, like a tech demo kind of. I'm not sure I'm going to pick it up and buy it because of how I play Arma. I don't think there would be a lot I would get out of it. So I've just been watching a lot of videos on it. It does look like a really interesting preview to Arma 4. By the way, I hope Arma 4 is set in the Cold War era, just like Reforger as well. I would really, really like that. No more future crap. So long story short, I don't know what the status of Arma on the channel is right now. We might get back to Ravage soon here, or not. I don't know. Right now, I don't have any will to continue making that stuff. I would at least like to, I guess, finish the other episode. I really hate leaving everyone hanging out to dry with that kind of stuff, but it just happens sometimes. Okay, next topic is Battlefield. Battlefield mods specifically. I've been getting comments recently from some people like, bro, did you forget about mod XYZ for Battlefield 2? I want you to play that again. And it'll be something I haven't made videos on in like 2 years. And it's like, I don't know, something about that irritates me, I guess, because I'll put it probably in the comments. I have a document I made with every playlist I have for every Battlefield mod I have, divided up into games and genres and stuff like that. And let me tell you what, there's a fucking lot of Battlefield on my channel, specifically 2142 and behind that, the older games. I have so much Battlefield on the channel, and there is not an infinite amount of Battlefield mods that I can play. And I've really just been burnt out on recording that kind of stuff. At some point, you kind of have to move on, and I'm not saying I'm done with it. I'm just saying I had to stop for a while because that kind of content, while I enjoy playing them and stuff, and I do like the fact that people like those videos, it's really not very satisfying for me to make those kinds of videos. The point is, there's so much of it on my channel. If you're hurting for Battlefield content, trust me, there's no shortage. Go to my created playlist section, and you'll find tons of Battlefield playlists with multiple to tons of videos per playlist. So for now, I'm kind of waiting on that. There's one I'm planning on making some videos on at some point, but for now, we're just kind of waiting on that kind of stuff. Okay, one more thing is Star Citizen. I noticed a lot of people did come to the channel for Star Citizen, which is great. I love that. But I was surprised how many people actually are watching the Star Citizen videos, especially some of them. It's been a little thin on Star Citizen lately. I did put out that one playing co-op with some people a little while back, and I do plan on making more. The problem with Star Citizen is I try not to make videos on it unless there's something new that I haven't shown before to actually cover. There's some new missions that are cool, some new ships or something like that. But at the pace Star Citizen releases content, sometimes it's going to be a marathon, not a sprint. I don't feel like just pumping out videos about that all the time. But rest assured, there is no end in sight for Star Citizen videos on the channel. I'm absolutely in love with that game, and I have no plans on stopping playing it or stopping making videos. It just has to be something I feel is worthy making a video of. Okay, let's move on to some other stuff. So one thing that really causes a lot of burnout with me is the kind of Let's Play, I guess, type content. I don't know. I never really liked that moniker, Let's Play. I mean, I don't know. Something about that bothers me, but the episodic dozens or more videos types of stuff, it really, really wears me out to make. Back in the day, I didn't edit as much, and the way I recorded was much different, so it was a lot easier to make, but it was just not as well made, in my opinion, at all. These days, I spend a significantly larger amount of time in the editing process and quality assurance and stuff like that. A good example I like to make is, for every video that you see that's an hour long on the channel, it was probably at least 2 hours of footage, probably more than that, and it probably took twice that time to actually edit it. So they take a long time, and when you are making 20 videos, it just really, really wears on you. There are still a few games I really want to go through in that format, but it's going to be a lot more edited, I guess. I'm really trying to start to move away from that kind of stuff. You can't keep doing the same thing forever on YouTube. You gotta change. My interests have changed when it comes to video creation a lot over the years. But I guess it depends on what game and how invested I am in it. But you might have noticed I've been trying out some kind of different kinds of content lately. There's a few different types of videos I've made a few of so far that I've had a lot of fun doing. One of them is like kind of the revisiting format, where I check out a game that I haven't played in a really long time and see if I still enjoy it. Just play it for a while, have some fun, no commitments to a episodic 100% walkthrough series or that kind of crap, and just kind of give my takes on how it's aged, if I still enjoy it, stuff like that. I've had a lot of fun with that. And the other one is trying out games I've never played before. Again, no commitment to playing the entire thing. Although in some cases, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that because some of them I've ended up really liking. But, you know, just playing it for a while, giving you my takes on it, seeing how it holds up, if I like it, just fun stuff like that. I've really enjoyed that kind of format. Now, with all this being said, there is kind of a game drought at the moment, to me. There's a few things I really want to go back to, like some of the Stalker games, but a lot of the games that have come out in recent years have been a real letdown, obviously, in terms of just everything. Battlefield 2042 just was an absolute fucking waste of time to me. I was thinking, wow, this is going to be great. New Battlefield. It's going to be play like Battlefield 1 and 5, and it's going to be great. I'm going to be able to make some videos on it. 30 hours of playing that, I made one video, and that was kind of stretching it because pretty much right after I made that, I went back and I lost all interest. Things like Cyberpunk, I did make a bunch of videos on, but making videos for them were just not fun. It happens with certain games where it would be fun as hell if I was playing it on my own, not having to do commentary and then edit it after the fact. And Cyberpunk became one of those games, and the game has improved a lot since I stopped making videos on it. The game is, I still love it. I love Cyberpunk. I just hate making videos of it. And there's quite a few games like that, to be quite honest. I guess I'm just trying to kind of explain to you why things have been a little slower than usual, and I've had to take some breaks. It's between Burnout and just a lack of things I want to play, especially things that I could play a lot of. Besides, I'm not going to dump $60 on a game just to make one video on it. I'm not. YouTube doesn't pay me that well. I don't have that kind of money to waste. But one of the things that's happened as a result of, because by this point I know what kind of things work on my channel and what kind of things don't, generally speaking. So I think I've mentioned this before. One of the things I have done in recent years is made a few other channels. One of them I made is kind of an experiment because I really like to watch like documentary type stuff, like history, documentary kinds of videos on YouTube. And so I made a channel for that a while back. Haven't actually put a video over there in a little while, but I do have one I'm working on. But it's kind of quality over quantity for sure with that channel because it takes a lot of time to research the stuff. But I've really enjoyed that. And just because videos have slowed down on my main channel does not mean me making videos has necessarily slowed down, because I have a few other channels. I have a problem with kind of making channels just for fun because I just like making videos. One of the other side channels that has been around for a while is this one here. Hopefully I'm showing it. And it's where I play really chill stuff like Stormworks, Storm Chasers. Recently I started playing a fishing game over there. Just stuff that's not really shooter games, and just different types of content that I wouldn't really want to put on my main channel, especially these days. And that's another one I really have fun with. Now there are two others I would like to tell you about. There's one I made a while back because I noticed I take lots of random footage of stuff, just random cool stuff that I just, clip while I'm playing. And I wanted to make a place where I could put just whatever I wanted. So hence the title of this channel. I'll link these all in the video description if you care, and if you want to go check them out, if you see some other types of stuff from me. But this one is just a lot of, obviously, random stuff. There's no commentary stuff over there yet. Probably will be at some point, but it's kind of just extra stuff, shorter videos that I happen upon when I'm playing stuff on my own or whatever. Just random things I want to make short videos on. And there's another one that's been around for a while now that I didn't post to very regularly, but I love Star Wars, and I really wanted to make some videos on some older Star Wars games, or just Star Wars games in general. So I started playing the old Battlefront games and putting them up on this channel. And I still put up videos over there, because I still like playing the old Battlefront games and other Star Wars games, and some of it I just don't think would work well on the main channel. Hence this other channel. Like I said, I just like making videos. Don't expect those other ones to really be anything regular. They're just kind of fun, hobby kind of things. The one I focus on the most is this channel. Speaking of which, hopefully within the next day or two, we'll get some other videos back on the channel, get back into a regular rhythm now that I've got my monitor back and everything set back up. I like to try to have a day or two of videos pre-recorded and ready to go so that if something happens, I don't have to worry about it. Doesn't always work out, but we should be getting back into the loop here. Just felt like I had to make something in the meantime before I get some other stuff ready, because it's been a week and it's been a while since I've talked to you guys. Just, I think the last time I made a video of just chatting about stuff, I had like 3,600 subscribers or something like that. And now we're over 5,200, which thank you guys very, very much. If you're still here at this point in the video, even if you're not, thank you. I really, really appreciate the growth. It means a lot to me seeing the channel continue to grow all the time. And just, yeah, thank you. There's a few other things that I tried to avoid talking about all the time. I don't know why, I just don't like talking about this stuff. I do have a Patreon. I don't think I've ever mentioned that, and I've never really promoted it. I put it in links and stuff, but I don't expect anyone to put any money into that. But I just figured I'd mention it since I've never mentioned it before. If you would like to support me, there's a way to do that. I also enabled the little thanks thing on the channel. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's just like tips and stuff like that. It's kind of like a different way of dropping $1 in the jar, whatever. But, you know, if you're interested, I don't know what I could give you in return for that other than making videos, but I'd never mentioned it before, so I figured, what the hell? I don't like asking people for money or asking for subs and stuff like that. It's just, I don't like that. So anyways, I think I've been rambling pretty much long enough here. It's going to be kind of a long update video, although I guess I did wind in rambling about video games in the beginning of it. If there's anything you guys would like to know, any questions you have or suggestions, anything you would like to say, leave it in the comments section and I will see it. Unless it's a shitty comment, in which case I'll ignore it. I do see those shitty comments, okay? They're not often, but I see them. Anyways, I guess that'll pretty much do it for now. I can't think of anything else I really needed to talk about, but we'll be getting back to regular content soon. Just shit's been a mess. Really, for the last 6 months, there's been a lot of things in real life, private stuff I don't want to talk about, that has not helped with the content creation situation. Anyways, yeah, that'll do it. So I'll see you guys soon in a normal video. So until next time, take care.